Today on the Daily Scoop podcast from the Scoop News Group, Senator Ted Cruz looks to dismantle the AI executive order, and the Technology Modernization Fund picks up speed in the Senate. It's Monday, August 5th, 2024. Welcome to the Daily Scoop podcast, where you'll hear the latest news and trends facing government leaders. I'm the host of the Daily Scoop podcast, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for joining me. Here are today's top headlines. At least one Senate Republican is ramping up a fight with Democrats over the country's nascent artificial intelligence policy. Senator Ted Cruz of Texas floated a series of proposed amendments at a Senate Commerce Committee markup last week to scale back the Biden administration's work to regulate the technology, including last October's executive order. While roll call votes on Cruz's proposals to repeal the AI executive order in its entirety and prevent environmental impact assessments on AI systems failed at the markup last Wednesday, another amendment that would dull the teeth of federal government actions to prevent bias and discrimination in AI systems advanced in a substitute via a voice vote. That amendment, which is now part of a bipartisan bill that would codify the AI Safety Institute, was quickly met with raised eyebrows from some former Biden White House tech staff on social media. Committee Democrats, however, contend there's still time to fix the bill. Explaining the move, a Democratic aide on the committee staff said, quote, "Senator Cruz has made clear that he is not for making sure AI is developed in a way to protect consumers from harms, ensure their safety, or defend their constitutional protections," adding that the committee chair, rather than giving the senator a platform to amplify divisive rhetoric and delay committee progress, accepted the amendment, knowing there will be many opportunities to fix the legislation and with the support of other Republican senators. As written, the amendment to the Future of Artificial Intelligence Innovation Act of 2024 would prohibit government actions to promote AI systems being designed equitably, modify input data in systems to prevent disparate impacts on protected classes, conduct assessments for impact on protected classes, and review data inputs to ensure systems aren't biased or spreading misinformation. The amendment also includes several prohibitions on actions such as promoting one race or sex as superior. Cruz's amendment and comments during Wednesday's markup come as the Republican National Committee's 2024 platform aims to rescind President Joe Biden's executive order on AI, saying it hinders AI innovation. Cruz pointed to that platform at the hearing and also took aim at companies working with the Biden administration. In other news, after passing the House earlier this year, a piece of legislation meant to reform the Technology Modernization Fund is now gaining momentum in the Senate. The Modernizing Government Technology Reform Act passed out of the Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee last Wednesday by a 10-1 vote, a win for House lawmakers and TMF advocates across the government. It will now make its way to the Senate floor for debate. The bill passed the House floor in May via voice vote under suspension of the rules after the House Committee on Oversight and Accountability marked it up in September 2023 and passed the bill unanimously. This comes after a fiscal 2024 spending package rescinded $100 million from the TMF, drawing calls from board chair and federal CIO Clare Martorana for Congress to please fund the TMF. However, in the latest version of the Senate's appropriations package for 2025, the chamber proposed giving the TMF $25 million for fiscal 2025. An oversight and accountability aide previously told FedScoop, quote, "I think we have additional conversations to have on the Hill about how to appropriately fund the TMF while ensuring that it's a revolving fund and those funds are being best used to support legacy IT projects." Additionally, the aide had confirmed that the committee was in a series of positive conversations with the General Services Administration, which houses the TMF program office. GSA Administrator Robin Carnahan previously said, quote, "It is essential that Congress provide resources to allow the TMF to continue to meet the growing demand for investments which address constantly evolving technology needs, threats, and advancements so that government can deliver better for the American people." For more news at the intersection of the federal government and technology, visit fedscoop.com. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of the Daily Scoop podcast, available on all podcast platforms. If you've already rated the podcast on your platform of choice, thanks so much. High ratings and good reviews of the show help more people to find it. The Daily Scoop podcast is a production of the Scoop News Group in Washington, D.C. Adam Butler and Carlin Fisher help put the show together, and the entire Scoop News Group team contributes. We'll be back tomorrow with more top headlines. Until then, I'm your host, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for listening.